adjusting feels good. So, you both did child's pose that time? How did it go?
Went as I thought it might, which is after having spine one way, having it go the other felt. That was the right time.
Great.
Particularly indulgent.
It sounds great. The interesting word. I can't help but pounce on that, indulgent. People sometimes do have a hard time, self-care, kind of feel indulgent. Sometimes people do feel like it's indulgent even to sit and to talk about their own feelings or to watch their own breath. We even have some negative words like he's a navel gazer, right? Being a navel gazer, in yoga, when you're doing downward facing dog, you can take your gaze to your navel, and a lot of people actually can't even see their navel because they haven't done enough navel gazing in child's pose. So being a navel gazer is okay sometimes. Being aware of yourself, teaching people that it's not indulgent. In fact, it actually helps you and the people around you when you can know what your needs are and be able to talk about them. So I don't mean to, see, this is the problem too. I don't want to make people feel like I'm kind of like categorizing and saying, oh, well, so this is, you obviously have an issue with indulgence. I'm not trying to say that, but I also feel like there's little kind of sparks that we can think about things.
Well, so maybe even just letting them process it themselves, like, interesting word, indulgent, like, what does that mean for you? Just kind of put it back on them.
I want to do that, but again, I also feel like I don't want them to feel like I'm psychoanalyzing or making a big issue out of their words.
Right.
Like I'm trying to practice that same mindful observation and curiosity about it, but without making people feel like I'm like, there's something about it all that can, with psychology, that when you start looking at people's word choices, they can feel psychoanalyzed in a bad way.
Right.
So it's
maybe just having another, then if not jumping on the word, then giving them the opportunity to talk about that reaction. Did it surprise them? Was it what they expected? Why did they think they reacted the way that they did? And just so they're still processing it, but it's their choice whether or not they do it. And if they're like, you can just move on. But I think it's probably a safer bet to, one, they're more likely to get self-awareness if they're the ones who have to kind of break down their own reaction or be aware of it. And also then you don't have to worry about whether they agree or don't agree with your interpretation of it.
I think that it would help me. I do this in sessions. I always have a pen and paper and I'm writing down thoughts. So during the group conversation, I could just kind of even make a note, indulgent, and then say like, okay, so what about other people? And then I could talk about everyone's reactions without making anyone feel like singled out.
Yeah, I think that would work too.
Yeah, I should make sure I always have a pen and like a notebook. I guess we're about to conclude, so I won't bother now, but I'll get it for next time. I'm going to make a quick note to myself, so that I need a notebook. Make a note to myself.
Make a note, get a notebook.
Need notebook.
I know, look at them, they're purple.
But Jalil was kind enough to transcribe most of my whiteboard up here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's very helpful. So, Catherine, what was it like for you to take child's pose?
What was going through my head was, oh, lucky me, I get to take a break and everyone else is still working.
Everyone else has to still working.
And I was kind of proud of myself in a way. Like I didn't need the break, but I was like, good for you for taking a time out and giving yourself some rest, even if you don't necessarily need it. Good for you for taking that time for yourself.
Good. So it felt, the way you describe it, it almost sounds like kind of luxurious, like
Yes.
like a hot bath on a cold day, or ways that we
exactly.
can take that break. So for the homework, suggested homework, I could ask people to look for ways to give themselves a child's pose, in life.
Yeah.
I like that.
And so with that, I think we can get to brunch.
Oh,
Yay.
yeah. Oh, that's so nice.
I think, what was that date?
there's a